Ever feel like you're stuck in a rut, wanting to level up, but not sure where to start? It's time to talk about the small but powerful changes in your life that can make a huge difference. We're doing a little recap with me, and you can go ahead and do these recaps with me, and we can talk. You know, this will be a little chill moment. If it is, let's go get a sweet drink. Today's soft drink is the Bloom Sparkling Energy, specifically their energy drink, their flavor peach mango, and it's also a prebiotic drink as well. But for 0 grams of sugar, this is pretty good. So the first thing is, let's talk about the highs and lows during August. So August is coming to a close, if you don't know. I do have some low moments in my life that I do want to talk about. I'm being honest with you and I'm being vulnerable. So this is your time to be vulnerable with yourself. Or treat this as a discussion because this is our side to talk and duke it out. So one of the low moments was feeling stuck in my career. If you know, I love social media. It's the one biggest thing that I got my degree in communication studies with an emphasis in mass communication or new media. I feel like I'm behind in my career. A lot of my mutuals that are in this industry are a bit further ahead and then I'm not. I was like going through a hard moment. I was realizing, am I not cut out for this industry? Like, success does depend on the person, and of course I don't want to base my success off another person's story. But it's hard when your industry deals with metrics and you have this constant comparison. So I realized, why am I doing social media? You know, what makes me happy for that? Another one was the fact that I was leaving my university because I had graduated in May, but I left my summer job. Girl, I was crying. And then after that week, full on crying during that week. Especially your identity that's closely tied to studying and learning. And if you're not within those fields of needing to go to med school or law school or, you know, doctorate school or, you know, master's, major career doesn't really need you to go into that. It feels kind of identity shattering where your reality has been shattered because the things you've been going through that's been tied to the identity, it's no longer that. You know, what happens after that period? Getting a job in this crisis is so hard. A lot of us got our degrees in something that we specialized in. The current job market isn't accepting those because we need X, Y, and Z experience. I think that's insane. I guess I can celebrate some high moments because enough of that sad, sappy. Let's talk about our high moments. A high moment in August was the fact that I got to see some of my friends on my last goodbye. I can definitely say that I would have not thought I'd be really emotional. If you know me as a person, I'm not the type to cry in front of people. I don't like to cry in front of people. I like to cry privately because I feel like to be my own headspace for me to process my feelings. And if I have another person during that, it just doesn't allow me to process my feelings. And yes, there are moments where you do need to get like a little breather from that time period of crying. If you're just like me and you want time to be yourself and cry when you're alone, I feel it and I relate. Another high moment was spending more time with family. I can definitely say when you get older, the less time you'll spend with family. There was a study recently done about the fact as you get older, the less time you spend with family. And as much as a blessing and a curse to stay with family, it very is a bit of both. You know, you can't have the good without the bad, and you can't have the bad without the good, or however you want to define family. It is really important to spend, you know, those quality moments with people you define as family. Another high moment is realizing how much lonely it is after university. Not in the romantic sense because, oh god, cry me up the river, I'm over that shit. Realizing how hard it is to make friends in your adulthood is kind of insane. Thing is, like, it's really hard for me to make friends because I'm like, I don't know how to make friends and like follow up because I get a little nervous. I even had to ask like my other 4 friends like, hey, would it be okay if it could be your friends? And they're like, I thought we already were friends. I was like, I wasn't sure. But another low moment was not finding a job after university. Now, a lot of my friends who did graduate did tell me like, it's gonna be tough out there trying to find a job, especially within your industry because since it's very saturated. On top of that, you're also competing with people who were displaced from a job. So it is kind of hard and you are competing with people. Also, at the same time, a lot of job recruiters are out of office because it is the summer. Finding a job really is tough, especially in the job market. I give applause to people who are within the STEM field, like, you know, medical, engineering, science, technology, or X, Y, and Z. I give y'all props because it's a lot to remember and understand, but the fact that you're able to be in that stable career and find yourself a job after is really hard work, you know? And I don't think no one really acknowledges that. Like, a lot of people say like, oh, you know, if you're in the STEM field, like, you already have a job secure, blah, 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 blah. And give them praise. Y'all deserve it. Like, y'all deserve the fact that y'all got a job at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, y'all clocked in and y'all got the degree and y'all are getting good money. So, you know, if y'all don't believe in yourselves, I hope you feel like I believe in y'all. You know, I'm proud that y'all went through the hard coursework of remembering all the mathematics, all the chemistry work, all the X, Y, and Z's, all of the math equations for y'all to get into this job field. I am proud of y'all. Okay? Remember, y'all are seen, y'all are heard. And that one TikTok perspective, y'all are seen, y'all are heard. 0 grams of sugar? Insane. Next, we're going on to the portion of how to improve. So I mostly want to target I think one thing is working on my self-esteem. I say self-esteem because self-esteem is really an important aspect when it comes to either, you know, the industry or when it comes to your workplace or career place, X, Y, and Z, or even at home too. Your self-esteem can be very fragile, or different experiences when it comes to the workplace, or you're battling with a lot of people who have bad juju energy. You need to be able to stand your ground and feel secure in your own heart. And I feel like that I need to work on. I need to work on being secure in my own self and in my own skin. Another one is having the self-confidence of being able to be like, just because it didn't happen now doesn't mean it's gonna happen next time. You know, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen the next day, but don't ever doubt yourself. And that's one thing I want to work on, my confidence, because it's scary putting yourself out there. If people can't do a speech when it comes to like freshman year college, imagine putting yourself out there for a presentation at the workplace, or even making efforts to put yourself out there in the dating field. That's scary. So I feel like improving yourself is really important. Another one, very unrelated, but I also want to improve my dental routine. I just feel like there could be more to it, you know? I already have my tongue scraper, I have my floss, I have my mouthwash, and I have my toothpaste. I want to improve by adding in mindful habits like xylitol gums, the water floss, those whitening strips too. I don't know if they work. I heard mixed reviews from dental hygienists saying that don't work and that they actually erode your teeth barriers. I'm a little wishy-washy, but my toothpaste is the pro enamel one, where it does remineralizes the enamel for it, so I do like that. I love my friends. Or I sent them a picture of me taking a picture of my August favorites, saying like, oh, you know, I'm clocking in, y'all, like saying gorgeous girls don't quit their dreams. Next is creating my goals for September. So the first one is going to a museum, because I seen this one video on YouTube saying in order to be a classy girl and elevate yourself, you need to take yourself on these extravagant dates. Take yourself to the museum, take yourself to a gallery, take yourself to an orchestra, so you know how to treat yourself when someone X, Y, and Z comes into your life and tries to treat you. So when someone comes into your life, they know whether or not to match your energy. So I say record 3 pieces of long form content, so kind of YouTube videos. If you don't know, I've stopped doing, or I'm starting to reimagine my career for social media. I feel like long form content, not to call myself a millennial, but it is not very demure of me. I think I need to take a step back and realize, okay, what are some things I need to work on, and what are some things that brings me joy? And so far, short form content lately just hasn't been feeling something I like to do, you know, and it's been feeling like more of a hassle. So I have a couple goals for September. One is going to a museum, record 3 pieces of long form content. The next one is working on my resume. Next is finding a job, because that is our bigger dream, to find a career within our degree. Next is creating 5 graphic designs. Lately, if you don't know, I've been also working on my graphic designs too, and that is a very high moment for me too. I really want to work on my artistry and kind of grow as a person. Next is to visit my old college for friends hangouts. I'm gonna go in order. So the top left, it's a picture of someone looking at the art gallery. That's my goal. I want to look at a museum gallery. Next is working on some long form content. So I have it right there. Just remind myself to lock in for September. This is your goal. And in the middle, I know you can't see it, but it's just basically a group of people hanging out. And that's like a reminder, like, hey, you know, your goal is to hang out with your friends. At least your friends from college. I am a believer of butterfly effect. A small positive vibration can change the entire cosmos. But that's me and my friends. My goal is to hang out with them. And then at the bottom left, it's a resume from Reese Miller, and it's just kind of like an example of how your marketing resume should look like, and that's what I want it to look like. And then next is how I taught myself graphic design. My goal is to make graphic design pieces, and then after that, under that, it's just kind of like a job workspace, and I want to work and have a job during September. So that's my goal, and that's the wallpaper. But yeah, I'm proud of you guys, so don't ever feel like you guys feel stuck. And if you ever feel like you want to improve, don't stop yourself. There is always room to improve. You are still young, okay? You're not old. You are not old. Don't ever say that. You know, even a span of 100 years, that's not old. A little homework for y'all. Create at least 5 goals you have for September, and then create a vision board based off that. And then feel free to show me, whether through Instagram or, you know, type it out in the comments. I really like reading stuff because it's my favorite thing. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's a little interactive and a little different from the content that I've been making so far. I know I've been doing vlogs and it's very low effort, but I kind of want to be more interactive, and I want to, I don't know, I want to make it more sentimental. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. But I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna change because I'm getting sweaty. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Bye!